On Wednesday, during the White House press briefing, Sarah Huckabee Sanders actually had a very rare moment, probably the first we've seen from her since becoming the press secretary for the White House, where she actually responded as a normal human being would respond in a given situation. Take a look at what happened and watch how emotional Sarah Huckabee Sanders gets when asked by a 13-year-old junior reporter what her administration is doing about the issue of violence in our schools.
And the young colleague in the back?
Well, thanks for the compliment.
Hopefully these aren't as tough as bring your kids to work day questions.
In my school, we recently had a lockdown drill. One thing that affects mine and other students' mental health is the worry about the fact that we or our friends could get shot at school. Specifically, can you tell me what the administration has done and will do to prevent these senseless tragedies?
I think that as a kid and certainly as a parent, there is nothing that could be more terrifying for a kid to go to school and not feel safe. So I'm sorry that you feel that way. This administration takes it seriously. And the School Safety Commission that the president convened is meeting this week, again, an official meeting to discuss the best ways forward and how we can do every single thing within our power to protect kids in our schools and to make them feel safe and make their parents feel good about dropping them off.
She came very close right there, very close to actually acting like a normal, rational, emotional human being. But then immediately choked back those tears, gave up on that human response, and gave this 13-year-old reporter a nonsensical, dancing around the issue actual answer. She said, the administration, we're going to meet later this week and talk about it. And, we want you to feel safe. We want your parents to feel safe for you. Guess what, Sarah? That's not working. This kid understands it, as do millions of kids in public schools all across this country and private schools too. But they have to go through these lockdown drills. They have to be taught what to do in the event of somebody coming in that school with the intent to murder them. I have had to talk with my own kids who are in elementary school about what to do in those situations. That's not a conversation that we should have to have with our children, and yet we do because of the horrible policies of people in Washington, D.C. The president could do something about this. The Republicans in charge of the House and the Senate could do something about this. The Republican-controlled Supreme Court could do something about this, but none of them are. And yes, I say Republicans because they control all three branches of government right now. This issue, the problem of these violent school massacres, rests on their shoulders, because they're the ones in charge and they're the ones doing absolutely nothing about this problem.